Kash Patel got hacked. Even Hillary Clinton is laughing. Yeah, I guess his password was Valhalla 123. Apparently, like the Epstein files, he stores his emails in boxes. Kash Patel got hacked, his private email. Okay? If you count his girlfriend, it's not the first time he's been catfished. Sorry, cash fished. Kash got hacked. If you didn't hear this, Kash Patel is the head of the FBI, if you didn't know. You'll know him when you see him. Kash getting hacked is not only a disgrace to the FBI and our national security, but it's also a disgrace to Indian people. Like, y'all are supposed to be good with computers. Now when I call tech support, I'm like, wait a second, are you a Patel? Can you give me a Kumar, perhaps? Sorry, that joke is hack. He was hacked by an Iranian-based group called Handala. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Neither do they. And they hacked into his email and they leaked a bunch of his private photos, really just showing him sniffing cigars and doing mirror selfies. Which is like, that's it. Like, it's like, you know, we didn't find out that he's a thief or a liar or a predator. Even worse, he's just a big dork. You know? But like, that's kind of what we expected, you know? And so they released all of these pictures. They also revealed that he was a frequenter of porn accounts. Yeah. They also revealed that he had an account on a porn site. Yeah. Kash loves apparently he loves the handler, if you know what I mean. So now we know how he got cross-eyed. Kids, listen to your mothers. They are not lying. Moms, that's what you need to say now. Be careful, you might end up like Kash. He had an account on a porn site. Do you know what kind of guy you gotta be to have an account on a porn site? Bro, back me up. Just can you somebody... Sorry, you had to be sacrificed for that one. Just... because they're out there. Like, there's guys out there on porn sites like, what's her number? You know, like, I appreciated the acting, but not the cinematography. You know, like, that's... And the crazy part about it, he created the porn account this year. Yes, in January. Yeah, when he should have been releasing the Epstein files. He was on pornster.com. I'm not going to release the actual name, but he created the porn account on January 6th. Talk about an insurrection. Okay. Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. And on this porn account and all of his other... His internet alias was Spider Kash. Yeah, because I guess Cash Me Outside was taken. Spider Kash. Makes sense because of his web of lies. But spiders are usually good at finding the bug, you know? You know his real name's not Kash, it's Kashup. Yeah, Kashup, because his, you know, like his siblings, Mustard and Prelish. Sorry, Prelish. But when asked about the hacking, Kashup... Yeah, when asked about the hacking, Kash was like, there is no evidence that I was hacked. There's no credible evidence that there was any hacking going on. They're like, nobody hacked you? He's like, I hacked myself. They're like, it was a self-hack. You know a self-hack when you see one, Joe. Like, how do you hack yourself? He's like, every time you lose your password. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck Kash Patel, dude. Fuck Kash... I'm glad he got hacked. Fuck Kash Patel and those big-ass eyes. It's crazy to me that Kash Patel is anti-woke. Those eyes are woke as fuck, dude. 3,000% dilation. You could never know when he's in trouble. He'd be like, blink twice. He's like, I've been hacked. You know, Kash Patel didn't used to always have big eyes. I saw a picture of him when he was younger, regular sized eyes. Yeah, but all the recent pics of him, in the recent years, he has the big eyes, you know. I think what happened was he used to have regular size eyes, and then they showed him the Epstein files, and he was like... They're like, can you keep a secret, Kash? He's like... I'll see you in Valhalla. But yeah. Bro, it's just an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment for the United States cybersecurity when the head of FBI gets fucking hacked, dude. You know, and we just see that he's a fucking loser, you know. It's just so embarrassing. And Iran bragged about it too. Handala bragged about it. They're like, the head of FBI just got hacked. He is now a victim of hacking. Check. Such a troll move, dude. But yeah, and now, and they're, but don't worry, they're looking into it. And Kash is investigating himself with his big eyes, because you know they say eyes are the window to the soul, and his Windows is crashed. So, and now the authorities are offering $10 million to whoever can identify the hackers. Yeah, $10 million from our tax money. Thank you. Yeah, he can't use it for his private jets anymore. It's just so generous of them to offer $10 million of our own tax money. But yeah, so just putting that out there. $10 million to whoever can identify the hacker, or whoever can identify the hacker or somebody who knows the hacker. And my message is, hush up. It's not too late to turn in your girlfriend, okay? We all know she's a spy. You know she's a spy. Open those big-ass eyes, take the L, and cash out. Thank you. That joke is sponsored by Cash App. Good. That was good. Okay. Trump wants to put ground troops in Iran for them to go in and steal 1,000 pounds of uranium. Yeah. What is this? The plot of Chernobyl? What kind of fucking crazy? He wants to put boots on the ground, United States service members in Iran, not just to go fight, but to go in, fight, and then go get uranium, put it in a vat, be very careful with it, walk very carefully, don't spill the uranium now, load it into a truck to transport it to a plane for the plane to fly off safely and deliver the uranium to, I don't know, Israel, so they can build 100 more nukes. I don't know. For the plane to leave and take away the uranium, all while under fire by the Iranians who are still there. Like it's not like they're just going into an abandoned desert. They're going into Iran, where there's I think nearly 1 million active troops who have already booby trapped the fuck out of the place. Like, we've all seen war movies with, like, booby traps. We've never gone into Iran like that. You don't know what kind of booby traps the Iranians got. But this, you know, like, the Iranian culture, which, you know, comes from, you know, originally the Persian Empire that dates, like, this is an ancient civilization. They probably got booby traps they put down, like, 3,000 years ago. Like, oh, shit, we still got that one, huh? Nice, yeah. So yeah, like Iranian booby traps. Like, I know, like, the thing is about people in the United States don't know enough about Iranians for there to even be like a lot of cultural stereotypes, you know. But like, I don't know, their food's good, you know. So, right, Iranian food's good as fuck. But yeah, but also in Iran they invented algebra, by the way. So yeah, they've counted those booby traps out. You know what I mean? And so yeah, so that's the plan. They're going to send service members to the ground, and because, you know, okay, so in an effort to stop the war he just started, Trump says the last thing they need to do is get the uranium. And I'm like, I think you mispronounced oil, but But yes, according to our trusted source, Netanyahu, Iran will be close to making a bomb between 1 and 30 years. And it's like a UPS delivery window. Just be home, you know? And so they have uranium. Uranium is an element. It comes from Uranus. Just kidding. But uranium can be used to make a nuclear weapon. It can also be used just to power your cities. And in order to make a nuke, the uranium has to be enriched. Okay, don't ask me how I know this, but I looked it up. And it has to be enriched to enrichment is based on percentages, like grades, basically. And their uranium is typically 60% enriched. And to make a bomb, it has to be like 90 to 95% enriched. To make a good bomb, like 96, 97. Don't ask me how I know this, but it's got to be like mid-high 90s. You know what I mean? Like a Sacramento summer, you know? But most of the uranium is only about 60% enriched. And they're like, well, are they going to keep enriching? Well, like the answer is yes, okay? Because like no brown parent is going to let you stop at like a failing grade, you know? They're like, let's get 95, 96. And so they have this uranium that's in the process of being enriched, okay? So Netanyahu says we got to get the uranium. And so Trump's like we got to get the uranium. I think he thinks it's vibranium. He's like, yeah, uranium, the one that makes Captain America's shield, right? That one. I saw Black Panther. I'm cool with the blacks, you know, or whatever he would say. Apparently the uranium is like 330 feet underground, says Israel. Like, how do you know that? How do you know what's going on 330 feet underground? Like, that's a level of evil. You know, to know what's going on that far underground, you gotta already be in hell. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only explanation I can think. But they're like, yeah, 330 feet. You go down there and get it for us. And so everybody's asking like, well, how, like, what drones are we going to use to get the uranium? And Marco Rubio was like, no, people gotta get it. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, former senator. And so, yeah, Marco Rubio says people gotta go get it. And so the plan is they're just gonna bomb a bunch of shit, right? That's how America always starts with bombing. It starts with bombing and it ends with bombing, right? Kind of like my performance. And so they're gonna start by bombing the surrounding area, or as they call, softening it up, like butter, huh? And then they're going to create a safe airspace for them to go in, okay? And this is all with all the booby traps, Iranians shooting, launching their drones and their missiles. Like, you've seen Iranians' missiles hit places like hundreds, even thousands of miles away. Can you imagine what their missiles can do next door? And so they're going to create an airspace, right? And they're like, you know, so it's going to be like, don't worry, we got the outside. We're shooting down all the missiles. Beep, 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 beep. $15 million. $15 million. Taxpayer money. We got all the missiles, right? They're going to create an airspace, and then they're going to take the plane in there, okay? Then the plane's going to land, and then the trucks are going to come off the plane, and then they're going to drive up to the site, and then human beings are going to go down 330 feet underground, look down to hell, be like, hi, Netanyahu. I saw your AI videos. They're great. And then find the uranium, which is like with booby traps, with, you know, a labyrinth of caves that they've probably built, knowing, because Iran's been preparing for this shit for like 40 something years. And so like they're going to be down there. They're going to be like, all right, where's the uranium? Oh, it's glowing. Okay. And they're going to go grab the uranium. Do you know how dangerous it is to grab nuclear-grade uranium? Like, you could die just touching it. It can hurt your internal organs. It can discolor your skin. That's why I think Trump should do it, because he's ready. Everyone's going to come out looking like Trump. Just orange as fuck. Okay? in this movie called Saving Private Iranian, and they have to put it in like special cylindrical vats, right? And very carefully take it, put it on the truck's going to take it to a plane, and then the plane is going to fly away safely, all while trying to fend off millions of Iranians. Yeah, sounds like a great fucking plan. And so then you ask, like, are your troops equipped to do this? And the government said the troops aren't informed that they're going to do this. The troops aren't told they're going to do this until 72 hours before. They're given a 72-hour notice. At least in the Middle East, they give you 72 virgins. We get 72 hours? They even said they don't know the details of what they're doing until they get there. It's like, yeah, unless they read the news. How do I already know what they're doing and they don't know what they're doing? But this is fucked up. This is fucked up. They said they were not going to put boots on the ground. They put boots on the ground. They said there was not going to be foreign wars. They started a foreign war. They said there was going to be no service members with boots on the ground. They put boots on the ground. And you're going to be sending our service members, our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters, parents of children in this country, and put us in a situation where we lose our relatives to this dangerous mission where they're not only exposed to war, but to radioactive waste. Is this what they meant when they said they were bringing back the nuclear family? That's the best I can do. I fucking... sorry, I'm toxic. Nobody should be sent on a mission this dangerous unless they really want to do it. Like, okay, I don't know if you heard about this. In my hometown, Fremont, a few months ago, there was a robbery. It was the craziest robbery I ever seen. It was like a full-on heist. Like 50 people rolled up in cars, broke through a window of a jewelry store, ran in and cleaned the place out in 60 seconds. Like, literally took the movie Gone in 60 Seconds like to another level. And then they just hopped into their cars and got away. They got away because they did it so fast that police were not able to catch up with them. And only like 3 people got found, which is like justice, right? And just clean the place. Like, I saw the video, I was like, oh my God, like they had a plan. You know what I mean? Like, those are the people you have do this mission, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell them, like, $10 million, we got you. They'd be like, sign me up, where are the gloves? Let's fucking go. But it's a suicide mission, or some would say a jihad, okay? and it's all, you know, and here's the thing. Even if they get all 1,000 pounds of uranium, Trump's still in the Epstein files. You know what I mean? We know that's why he's doing this, because if he doesn't get the uranium, Netanyahu's like, I'm gonna release the files, right? And so you're gonna risk people's lives just to go grab an element on the periodic table that you don't even know the abbreviation for. Typical Trump, always making it about you. All right, there we go. Educational, I would say. Educational. I always like to have a portion of my show where I ask the crowd, is there anything I didn't talk about tonight you'd like for me to talk about? Anything you want. Ice. Duski. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Ice. Okay, yeah. Fuck ice. You fucking... Get them out of the fucking airport, please. Like, for the first time in my life, I was like, no, I just want to be with TSA, please. I just want to be me and TSA, like the good old days. Touch me, baby, in all the right places. You know? ICE is out there, man. I mean, I think, you know, I think that, you know, obviously the public opinion on ICE has shifted. Even the people who are like, kind of like, oh, I guess it's fine. I think if a lot of people have changed their mind in this last year. And I do think that ICE is slowly on their way out. They just got paid like a couple billion. But once they spend that money, you know, because it's just, the whole thing is fucking hypocritical. It's like, you know, okay, you know, you want to have a country, you want to have borders, you want to have a, you know, very thoughtful, meticulous immigration process. Fine. some people would be like, it's stolen land, so what the fuck does it matter anyways, right? But even if you're like, yes, we acknowledge that it's stolen land, but now we want to, start monitoring. Okay, let's assume that. Fine. But like, are you actually doing that? Or are you just fucking breaking up families of people who've been contributing to this economy for decades, dude? Fucking decades, And it's like, even if you're like, well, we want them to do it the legal way, well, then go find them and give them paperwork and sit there and help them fill out the paperwork. Okay, don't just go out there and fucking grab people, fucking shoot people. You're pissing people off. Don't you understand? Even if you still want to do this project, there's like 50% of America who fucking hates this whole situation. And they're going to be out there protesting and getting in the way of your operations, And we've already said that. That's why, like, props Minneapolis, those people got balls, dude, because they scared ICE out of their fucking neighborhoods because ICE, like, they're still there, but a lot of them left. They had to get out of fucking Minneapolis because they're like, dude, no, too many people don't like us here, And it's like, okay, even if you're like, hey, I want to keep immigration like legal and have it, fine. But when you have federal agents storming through your neighborhood on a daily fucking basis, like, it's all fun and games till they fucking come for you. And they did not hesitate to stop citizens, shoot citizens, make life a living hell in these neighborhoods. So the people of Minneapolis are like, fuck this, get them out. We love our Somali community. Fuck you guys. Get them out. And so they protested every day in negative degrees. Okay? Sacramento. Okay? Can you imagine? A harsh Sacramento winter. Okay? Remember that one night that it hit 45? Oh. Multiply that by -1. And these motherfuckers, they put on their boots and mittens and went out there and fought ICE on 2 fronts. Balls to those people, man, because you got to stand up. You got to stand up for your rights, and you got and protect your neighbors. Protect your neighbors, Tiger Woods. Yeah, great segue. Speaking of my very rich neighbor, Tiger Woods. Dude, every year a new celebrity gets a DUI, man. First it was Justin Timberlake. Because that footage just came out. Do you see that? They finally released the Justin Timberlake footage. It was so embarrassing. He was in the Hamptons, right? He was in the Hamptons, swerving, which is like, first of all, like, don't let JT drive on his own. Like, come on. Can't his assistant fucking handle that shit? And they pull him over, and he's clearly swerving. You can tell he's visibly drunk. His eyes are bloodshot red. And then the officer was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm on a world tour." Like, he was even annoyed just saying that. He's like, "I'm on a world tour, you fucking idiot." Clearly, next stop, Hamptons. And then the officer was like, "A world tour of what?" And you see JT's soul drop into his body. That sobered him up because he was drunk, swerving, and he's like, this guy doesn't know who the fuck He suddenly is now having an existential crisis. And you can see it in his eyes. He's like, He maintained his composure, and then he's like, he said, "It's hard to explain." You sing, motherfucker! Do you not know what you do? You sing and dance. That's why we watch you. You sing and dance, and you're easy on the eyes. Just say that. He's like, it's hard to explain. And then he just stalls, for like, as if like the officer needed another reason to think this guy's fucked up. He's like I honestly feel like he would have got away if his ego didn't just like be smug. He could have just been like, "I sing and dance, officer. I'm really good at it. I'll show you a video." But instead he was like, and then he's like, "I'm Justin Timberlake." And the officer's like, "I know, I have your ID, you fucking idiot." He's like, "This guy, we got a 3130, a drunk fuck, right?" And then they made him get out and do the alphabet backwards shit. And then he did the walk. And then he was like, "These are really hard." You do professionally choreographed dance moves, and you can't walk in a straight fucking line. And then his assistant showed up, finally, doing their fucking job. And they're like, yeah, unfortunately, the law is above Justin Timberlake. But yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Because like you see that he was like, he's just fucking stumbling. It was out of sync, to be honest. It was. Ooh, had to. Unfortunately, the Tiger Woods tape has not been revealed yet. We won't see that for another 2 years. So actually, I don't have the details on what happened, but he was. Wait a second. He got into something like 20 years ago, didn't he? He totaled his car, and that's how they found out he was cheating, right? Oof. And was he drunk then?
Tiger, my guy. Oh man, reunion. What if it was the same cop? He's like, you again? How's your wife? Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. So second DUI. I think you lose your car at that point, don't you? Don't you get your shit impounded? Yeah, I was waiting for the alcoholics to chime in, but that's fine. Listen, guys. It's thought this was a safe space, okay? So yeah, don't drink and drive home tonight. Give your keys to Justin Timberlake. Listen to, and if the cop asks you what you do, you tell them. You don't say your name, okay? Okay. So we got that. We got Duski. I think I'll close with that. What else? I'll close with that. Because the two are related. Give me one. Afroman, yeah. I sadly, I'm sorry guys, I'm like behind on a lot of news. So Afroman, he just went through a trial. Is the trial over? Yes. It's over, and he won. Yes. Oh my guy. Because I got high. And so can somebody remind me, why was he on trial again? Defamation. Because why?
They raided his house unjustly. And then they said he was trafficking, and then they sued him after he made songs about him.
Oh, that's funny. So they unjustly raided his house, as in they had a warrant, but it was like a phony warrant, or they didn't have a warrant. No warrant.
They suspected him of kidnapping and selling drugs, and he was not doing any of it.
Okay. You said no? Was he? He had the drugs, but he was not kidnapping. Fair. That's fair. I'll accept that. Let's be fair here, okay? We got to hear both sides. Where's his house, by the way? Ohio. Okay. And because I was gonna say, I mean, he certainly got to live in a nice neighborhood. He's got royalties and shit. I have not heard an Afroman song in a while, but I know he's got royalties. I mean, that one song that he did was fucking legendary. But maybe he spent it all because he got high. But I mean, let's be honest. If you make a even basic decent living, you can have a nice house in Ohio. So let's assume it was in a very nice neighborhood, and so somebody tips off. I'm guessing, assumes that do we know who he was accused of kidnapping?
Yes.
Who?
A woman in his basement was supposedly selling weed to a known informant.
A woman in his basement. Well, that already is problematic right there. A woman in his basement was selling weed to a known informant, and that ended up basically okay, we got some problems here, guys, but okay, so I'm assuming this is the case. So Afroman lives in this house. He's not doing anything illegal except from some narcotics, like who doesn't, right? And he has a woman casually living in his basement, because who does? Okay, so maybe times are a little harder than I thought. Is this woman paying rent? Is she paying rent? Do you know? Because you were on the trial, right? You were the prosecution. But a woman was living in his basement. I mean, if somebody's living in your basement, they're either paying rent or they're there like they're a friend, right? There's no basement. Some new evidence has emerged. Your Honor, we have a new testimony. So there's no basement in the house. Zero basement in Afroman's house? Interesting. On the blueprints. Keyword. I see what you're doing there. Because from my experience, every Midwestern house has a fucking basement, right? There are these rooms that they have, usually where the laundry is. They're all terrifying. They all look like the house can look like it's from 2005, but the basement looks like it's from 1946. And it's always like bricks and fucking drywall And apparently you go there if there's a tornado. But are you telling me conclusively that Afroman has no basement in his house? He has no basement. That's why the warrant fell apart. Because allegedly, they found half a joint in his pocket? You said narcotics. Was there narcotics? Weed, is weed considered a narcotic? In Ohio, yeah, probably. They're like, it's a very important piece of... Pretty sure he's got these narcotics called Mary Jane. Grows directly from the earth like narcotics do. So maybe in Ohio they prosecuted it at the same level. It is because I guess weed is not legal in Ohio, is it? Is it? Well, I've been smoking it there, so I apparently have. I got it from a lady in a basement. I don't know where y'all got yours from. Okay, so allegedly, there was a woman in his basement selling narcotics, aka marijuana, and then so they get a warrant saying we're gonna go to his basement, and then they get there. No fucking basement. The one house in Ohio without a fucking basement. They're like, well, it's more of an underground tunnel system, actually. It has uranium. They're like, this is the good stuff, fellas. My teeth are going green. But so then they get there, find out there's no basement. And so legally at that point, you're like, okay, hold on a second. The reason we're here is to find the lady in his basement. But there's no basement. So is there a lady? Was there a lady?
I think his wife was home, so he had...
His wife is the lady in the basement? There's a lot nicer things to call her, guys. Jesus. I've heard my old lady, my ball and chain, but not the lady in my basement. Wow. Chivalry is dead. They found a pound cake? Man, I really should have read this fucking story. This is good. This is like a novel. They found a pound cake? A lemon pound cake. Like infused or just legal? A weed infused lemon pound cake? A regular lemon pound cake. Yummy. What's that? The cops ate his pound cake? That's where this story just got out of control. Because he had cameras in his house? Okay. What's that? They cut off the camera feeds? So then how did he get the footage? They cut it out later.
They realized he had indoor cameras.
Oh, they're like, oh shit, they were eating the pound cake. So they has footage up until the point that they cut it off, and he released it. And so the cops, they filed a defamation suit saying you had no right to use the footage that you recorded from your house of us breaking in with a faulty warrant because you don't have a basement. Your wife is actually upstairs. Or the lady, whoever she is, this mysterious lady. And then what? He made a bunch of songs, multiple songs. I mean, yeah, like I'm getting a lot of material. He should make a whole fucking album from this. Track number 7, Pound Cake. Track number 9, Lady in the Basement. And like the end is just like a shout out to the old song, Because I Got High. What's that? What's it?
A song called Lick 'em Low, Lisa.
Lick 'em? Lick 'em low? Lisa. I don't know what you mean. Okay. That's not an expression that's readily available to the brain. If I can put this together, lick 'em low, like suck my dick, basically, suck my dick. And Lisa was one of the officers?
Yes.
She's the one that cut the feed. Oh, fuck her, dude. You messed with the wrong rapper. She was the one who sued. Yeah. Yeah.
One cop that sued him for the pound cake got sent over 600 pound cakes.
The plot gets thicker. Why did the cops sue him over the pound cake? It didn't taste good? Oh, he called them Officer Pound Cake in one of the tracks? And so Officer Poundcake then sued Afroman. Lost, right? And so as a consolation, the local Blue Lives Matter community sent his fat ass a bunch of pound cakes. Oh my God, this is such a great story. Why didn't I cover this? I was up here talking about Iran. Oh. Man. But he won the case. He won the case, and the album's out there, probably getting more circulation. Because he's on tour. He's on fucking tour. It's a world tour, huh? They're like, I saw that he wore the American flag tuxedo. That's during the trial. Yeah, I mean, because I saw him in the video after. I'm like, oh, he knew what he was doing. That's incredible. Very symbolic too, because like getting sued and then filing a counter lawsuit and then winning because you know your rights, all while being high. That's the American dream. Because I got high. Because I got high. Officer Poundcake. Lick a blow. That's it. Let's talk about the Duski. Okay. Drewski he's an internet personality. Like what else? He just does like skits and stuff, right? Yeah, because I became acquainted with him like a year ago, but I didn't know if he had like a before story. But he does skits, like funny stuff, really like weird funny, which I really like. And he recently did one where he went full whiteface and dressed up as Erica Kirk. Now, he never once in this video said, "I am Erica Kirk," or said many engineering. I guess he watched the Afroman trial and is familiar with defamation lawsuits because he never once mentioned Erica Kirk. But you know, that's who he is because and go watch it because my explanation will not do it justice. He comes out with like there's like fireworks and he's like dancing, just like fucking like twerking his Erica Kirk, just like getting low and shit, and you know it's her. And it's like, but it's like, it was funny because he didn't, he's a successful sketch artist, but like he didn't put a lot into the production. It was just like spark machines, but you know exactly what the fuck's going on. And there's like a lot of close-ups on his face because you can see his wide jawline juxtaposing with the blonde hair and like the makeup of Erica Kirk. And it's just really fucking funny. And it's like her like in like a yoga class and all sorts of random shit. And, yeah, MAGA is not too happy about it. They said it's racist to be in whiteface. And we're just like upset that it was making a mockery of Erica Kirk, like this poor woman who, recently lost her husband to herself. And go watch the skit. It's fucking hilarious. But they can't file a lawsuit against him because he didn't mention her name. So that's fucking brilliant. I mean, basically, you can just dress up exactly like somebody, but if you don't say their name, you're good. That's what we learn. It's crazy. I mean, how sensitive people are about the whole show. I mean, I get it. Like a person died. Like I get that. But it's like some people compare Charlie Kirk to Jesus. That's a little bit much. You know what I mean? Can we not do that out of respect for Jesus? Like I get it. They both did public speaking, but like Jesus never went to Utah University, like. And yeah, people compare him to Jesus. It was crazy. I think about though. Can you imagine though if we as a society as humans treated the death of Jesus like the death of Charlie Kirk? Where it's like, well, that was kind of crazy. No, don't ask questions. Well, like, can we like see a body? No, you can't. Well, where were his friends? Well, they had dinner like right before. One of them was suspiciously on the cell phone walking away. His name was Judas, but you can see him. You're like, well, who runs his miracle business now? Well, Mary Magdalene, of course. You're like, what? They were only dating for like 3 years. Yeah, I know, but love is something else, and like she's just out there like running the business. Well, everybody grieves differently, Mary Magdalene's out there just like having these big concerts with fireworks, just throwing fish at the crowd. Like, yeah, you like that. You like that, don't you? You like that. Just turning water into wine. I think they're just getting drunk at this point, basically. Just turning massive amounts of water into wine. It's Turning Pint USA. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I love you, Sacramento.